Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be discussing the Celtics transfer window, going for all the players we signed, especially looking at the deadline day players we signed. I've never made a transfer video for Celtic. I always thought about making one, but I decided I'd just wait off to the end of the window and create one massive one going for the players. So this video may be a bit of a longer one, but I'll try to keep it at least under 15 minutes, but no promises. But let's just jump right into it. Obviously, the first stat I want to look at, as you can see on the screen right now, is the total made and the total spent. I'm not going to include the Frimpong January sale. I just want to focus purely on this summer. And what we made, around this amount, it was 30 million. A bit less, a bit more. Could be anywhere around there. And what we spent was 20 million. So obviously we spend less than what we've made. That is what Celtic are like. Celtic are a very profitable club. We don't like spending money we don't have, unlike other clubs in Scotland. I won't say any names though, but that's how Celtic have been for the last few years, and obviously it's frustrating, but at the same time it's great. That's why we're one of the most successful clubs in Scotland. That's why we're the only club in Scotland that didn't have to borrow money from the government in COVID, and I mean it pays off in the future. So, and I'm happy this window. I felt like with the money we spent, we got some great players. Excuse me. And we're just going to jump right into these players right now, the ins, and then we'll discuss the outs after. Obviously, the first in, I'm going to go for a few of these two at once here, was Liam Shaw and Uragidi. Two players that haven't really featured since they came in. They've played a few friendlies each. I think maybe Liam Shaw made an appearance in a European qualifier. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Uragidi, but there are two signings for the future. I'm sure they'll get game time for the Celtic B team. Liam Shaw is right now. Uragidi is currently on the bench for Celtic, yet to really get a game. I'm hoping maybe he can in the Ross County game coming up to rest some players for that Real Betis game after the international break. And next, sorry if I'm looking over, I've got the list of all the players in and out to the left of me. Sorry about that. But next we got Abadda and Kyogre, two very successful signings. We'll start with Abadda. He's only 19 years of age and he's performing the way he is. Yes, he did go under a bit of criticism because he went quiet in the old firm, which is true, and he is young. Get on his back, because players like that, they can perform all season long, but if they don't perform in the big games when it matters in the old firms, then, how good are they? Are they reliable? Yes, I think he's reliable. I just feel like as a whole, Celtic just didn't play well enough. We tended to kind of play like how we'd play against Rangers under Lennon and Kennedy at the end of the season. We would just let Rangers come press us when we have the ball. We play these diagonal passes, backwards passes, until we're pressed back into our own half to the point where we'd have to boot it up, and Rangers most likely win the long ball, and then we're under pressure again. That happened especially in the second half. The first half there's glimpses of it, but so that maybe the wider players weren't included really. That's why Kyogre wasn't effective. This isn't a Rangers review, so I'm not going to get into in depth. But then, like I said, Kyogre, also a great signing, probably one of our best players we have right now. He came in and he made the whole fan base feel better about letting Edouard go. Obviously, it is sad to see Edouard go. We'll get into that once we get to the out list. But, it was due. I think the fan base knew it was coming. And now that we've got Kyogre, who, knowing Edouard's been off the mark for a few seasons now, looks like he could come in and be a very good replacement. And, he's 26. So it's not like there's going to be a big team looking to get him. Maybe he'll spend the rest of his career at Celtic, or at least the best part of his career at Celtic, and then maybe move back to Japan or elsewhere in Europe. Next, we're going to move on is Lowell, Bosun Lowell from Watford, the Youth Academy Player of the Year at Watford. He's been featuring for the B team every game. I think he's been starting. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But, like I said, he's just another one for the future. I've not got much to say on him. I'm looking forward to see where he goes. I'm pretty sure he's from the Republic of Ireland, so that's very good. That's interesting, and I'm excited to see where his career goes at Celtic. Next, we got another centre-back, Carl Starfelt, and the big goalkeeper, Joe Hart. Starfelt has been an alright signing. He has gone under a lot of criticism from Celtic fans. Not from bad performances, but I'd put more nervous performances. I feel like he's let down the back line a bit a few times. He's looked a bit shaky at times, but I think all round altogether he's had a pretty bang average start to Celtic, and he's coming in at a hard point against a very inexperienced and not great back line, and he's coming in a rebuild year, so you can't expect a player like that to come in and be on their A game right away. So it's interesting to see how he will do, especially when Julian comes back in, because we know how Julian is. He'll be fighting for that first team spot, and I'm pretty sure Julian will take it. It'll be a big battle to see if he drops Welsh or Starfelt. Personally, I don't know. I don't know if Julian will come in and get a spot in the team. I think it might take him a few months. When he gets his chance, he has to make sure he takes it and makes an impact, Julian. But we'll get into that in another video. Obviously, Joe Hart next. Joe Hart, a massive upgrade from Barkas and Bade. I think it's very unfortunate that Barkas came in under Neil Lennon. I feel like maybe Neil Lennon... I don't know. Obviously, I don't work at Celtic. I'm not a coach. I didn't work under Neil Lennon, but I don't know. There's no way Barkas can come in from Greece, being one of the best goalkeepers in that league and the best goalkeeper from the national team, and play like this as Celtic, I think there's something going on behind the scenes, but I can only make assumptions, But Joe Hart, massive step up. I think it was AZ Alkmaar's second leg. I wasn't able to watch the full game, but he did make a mistake in that first goal. But other than that, it's the only mistake I can really think of. He's not had much saves to make in a lot of the games as we've been 6-0 up. Even in the Rangers game, we lost 1-0. For the most part, Rangers didn't have many shots, I think it was 8 shots, 7 shots, and how many of them were on target? Not a lot. One of them went in, and I think 2 of them Joe Hart made a save from Kent. So, he's not had too much to do, but with what he has done, and the chances he has had to save, he's impressed. So, I'm not going to complain. Great signing so far. Next, we have James McCarthy and Liam Scales, the 2 Irish lads. James McCarthy, it's another player that's tough for him to get into the team when he comes in, because our midfield right now is playing very well. We've got Turnbull, we got Rogic, we got McGregor. We did have Christie. Now that Christie's gone, maybe there is a spot opened up for him to come in and maybe take up a role. But as that anchor, that role seems to be filled up by McGregor right now. Maybe he pushes McGregor up the field and he will place James McCarthy as more of an anchor. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's been planning for a while now. But from what I've seen of James McCarthy, he's been alright. It's not a bang average start. He's had a few weird, shaky games, but he's had some good games as well. He looks good on the ball, very confident on the ball. Looks like he knows what he's doing. He's not clueless when he gets the ball, and I think that's great, especially if the Premier League experience he has bringing to the SPFL will be immense if we actually use it. But right now it's very tough for him to get into the team. He's definitely going to have to earn that spot, and I wish the best of luck to him. Another great signing, honestly, and a free as well. Obviously the wage, he probably took a massive wage cut, obviously being a Celtic fan as well. Hopefully it doesn't result to be another Duffy, but that's been great so far. He's not had much to do, but when he has, he's impressed me impressed me enough at least. Liam Scales, freshly in the last week signed. He's been talking about him for a few weeks now, but I think he had to finish a few games for Shamrock Rovers. That was included in the deal, and I think the last one was a European qualifier. I think he got a goal, or maybe that was the game before he left, which again has been great. He's impressed under Shamrock Rovers, so I'm hoping he can do the same for Celtic FC. I don't think he'll be in the senior team yet. I feel like he'll be in the senior B team. I don't think he'll be in the first team yet. I feel like he'll have to play a few games in the B team. It might take him a season to get into the team if he impresses. That's best case scenario for him, because again, he's a centre back. I think that's why we signed him. And centre back right now we got a lot of centre backs. And I don't know. It goes both ways, especially with the Vickers signing, which we'll get into. But I don't know. I don't know about Liam Scales. It's a bit of a weird signing, but hopefully he can do well. Next we got. Okay, sorry if I butchered this name, but Giacomakis. We're just going to call him Gia for now. The big Greek. The big Greek up top. Hopefully he's not like Barkas. That was an unnecessary jab. I'm sorry, but obviously Everdy's a top goal scorer. He was the Edouard replacement. There was a lot of talk about him coming in. I personally thought he would only be coming in if we let go of Edouard, because there's no really place for him in the team right now. I think he's also going to have to earn a spot. He's going to have to earn a spot over Kyogre, and he's going to have to also earn a spot over Ayeti, which honestly doesn't seem too hard right now. Ayeti has been left out the squad a lot, despite captaining a game in pre-season, and for the best part starting pre-season, he just got left out of a lot of the squad, so we'll see how Giacomas does. Next we got Jota and Carter-Vickers, both coming in on loan with an option to buy at the end of the 1 year loan. Jota, I've not seen too much of him, I'll be honest. I knew Real Madrid were in for him, I think, before he went to Benfica. or maybe he was out on loan in Spain. It's a great signing. Benfica fans have said good things about him, saying it's talent that Benfica haven't picked up on, talent that Benfica haven't used to its right effect, which is great. And I think he'll come in and he'll be playing out in the wing, probably taking Christie's role whenever he'd play in the wing, maybe switching with Jamesy or Abadda on the wing. It'll be interesting to see though, especially with Carmo Dembele coming back into the team soon. He needs to get game time, or he'll leave for a bigger team, you know, which is the wrong decision, you ask me, but if he's not getting game time, you can't blame him. And then also Carter-Vickers, the last hour, I'm pretty sure it was confirmed. There's a lot of talk about it. Apparently, I think it was 10 hours before the signing was confirmed, Tottenham wanted a permanent deal and shooed Celtic away, but within the last 2 hours of the window, they approached Celtic, saying they'll loan him out to us, but would have to be an option to buy, and I'm pretty sure the fee is not being released to the public yet, at least not that I'm aware of. I'm guessing it'll be around 5 million, because that's what they asked other clubs to pay after his loan that wanted to keep him on a permanent. I'm not going to go into depth because we are already at the 11th mark, over the 11th minute mark. So we're just going to jump right into the outs. We're going to go for this list quickly so we get the video up. Scott Brown, you've heard about this, chat about it forever. Aberdeen, he's had a good start. Aberdeen, his time was up at Celtic, you could tell. Last season was shocking from him. Just he was so far off the mark. Maybe it's because of Lennon, but his time was up. And we're approaching a rebuild, so he'd just be dead weight in a rebuild. Okoflex, young player, West Ham, scored against us when West Ham came to Celtic Park and beat us 6-2. Disappointing he left, but didn't get first team football, so don't blame him. Cham, I think he just signed for Swansea this morning. It's an interesting one, Cham. He was a good player on his day. Definitely wouldn't say the best player in Scotland in his day, that some fans would say. That's just a bizarre statement, because he very rarely had his day. That's all I really have to say about Cham. You know, thank you for Lazio. That was great, and thank you for that absolute banger against Partick Thistle. Jack Hendry never really got a chance at Celtic. He did a bit under Rodgers, didn't impress. And of course, he gets a loan move to Belgium and is one of the best defenders in the league, one of the best players in the league. I think he was signed around 1.5 million. He went from Celtic to his Belgium team, which I know the team name, but I don't want to butcher it. But yeah. Next, sorry for the interruption there. The screen went black, the camera turned off for a minute. We got Bio, never got a chance for Celtic. The one time he did, he scored 2 goals, never featured again. So I don't have much to say about him. Good luck to his career. Obviously, Christopher Ironx, that is a bit of a sad one to see, but again, another one we expected this season or next. It was most likely going to be this season, which is it's disappointing again, but again, we expected him. We're in a rebuild. Thank you for your time, Ire. Next, we got Shved and Hajide. Shved, again, never got a chance, but when he did, he scored an absolute banger in the Champions League qualifier, but we just never gave him another chance. There was a lot of whispers that he had attitude problems, this and that. You hear that a lot about Celtic players. I just feel like it was negligence from Neil Lennon and the coaching staff to play him, because they'd rather pick their favourites over the young lads, which we saw under Carmo Dembele as well. Hijide went on loan to, I'm not pronouncing that right, I'm sorry, but he went on loan, he signed a permanent deal with Leeds for around 1 million. Bargain. He'll probably go on to be a great player after he goes on about 5 loan spells probably though, so I don't know why he's picked that. I'd be saying at Celtic if I was him, but that's from a biased Celtic fan point of view. And I'll say Edouard and Christie. Edouard, like I said, we expected this. I talked about Edouard earlier, so I'm not going to go into depth about this. But Christie is an interesting one. It leaves me speechless that he decided to pick a mediocre football, a mediocre club, in a decent championship league, but I mean, he'll never see a trophy again in his life. Well, that's a bit harsh, but under Bournemouth, I mean, they might win the championship and then they'll go right back down, you know. So I don't know why he's said it was his dream as well to sign for Bournemouth. I don't know. Chris is a confusing player. He's also a Diddy, so I guess that's fits him well, joining Bournemouth. Nothing against Bournemouth fans. I think Bournemouth are a great club. But Christie, good luck, I guess. But anyways, that wrapped up this video. Sorry if that out list was very quick. I want to keep this video short. I don't want to keep it too long. I don't want to keep you guys waiting forever to get to the end of this video. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I personally enjoyed making it. I like transfer window is my favorite part of the season. Seeing the outs, seeing the ins, some I like seeing some that's better than some others. Like seeing Edouard and Argo is obviously a shame. Like I said, we're in a rebuild, and that's just part of football, and that's going to happen. Especially when Celtic now are a bit more of a ladder club. We bring players in and we sell them for more. That is the stage our club's in now, and I don't see us coming out that stage for a while now. And also the in list, it's exciting. A lot of these players are exciting, and I can't wait to see how they're doing 2-3 seasons from now. So even at Celtic, the big club snatched them up, or maybe they've not been good enough and been terminated, But look, we'll see. One player I did leave out of the out list was Lee Griffiths on loan. He was probably one of the bigger players that went on loan. I didn't put loans in the out list purely because of, I don't know, just they're not really out. They'll be coming back. Personally, I don't think Griffiths will actually be coming back. I think he'll play out his career at Dundee. I think he'll have an average, play out his season, not career, at Dundee. I think he'll have an average season, and then we'll just let his contract expire, and I'm guessing Dundee will sign him on a permanent, maybe an RSPL team or team from down south will pick him up. But yeah, anyways, that wraps up this video. If you guys have enjoyed the video, make sure you like it. While you're down there, you may as well hit the subscribe button. Why not? A lot of videos coming up in the future. Also, we're on international break right now. Scotland did lose 2-0 to Denmark. Very disappointing. Not going to make a review on it because I wasn't able to watch the game, which is a shame. But yeah, also go down in the comments like I say all the time. Let me know if there's anything I can improve on. Let me know if I missed any transfers. I don't think I have. If I have, I'll be very disappointed. And let me know what you think about the transfer window. Rate out of 10. Tell me what you guys think of it. I personally will give the transfer window an 8. I feel like we could have brought in a few more. A few more would have made it 10. But I'm happy with an 8. Very happy. I think Ange's done a good job. The board has backed Ange. It's been a successful window. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time.